Alright, welcome back to my new series where I learn how to use Python while teaching you guys. It's a series where I learn Python for 100 days, and my goal by the end of the series will be to make a game using Python on my own. And like, why am I holding my mic up? Because I just realized my last video, my voice was absolutely awful, and like my like webcam too. It was like kind of a square type stuff, so I thought that I will be recording with my phone, but apparently I can't be like holding my phone up here and recording. Yeah, that's going to be kind of a trouble. Okay, so what are we going to learn about today and what day is it? It's actually day 11 because I spent the last 4 days learning about if, else if, which is short form for like else if, you call it like elf, if, elf, and else statements. So, what are if, and else statements? So, basically, if statement runs if like a certain condition is true, else it does not run. And else if the if statement's condition was not true, then we can add multiple else if. So, it's like basically if my shirt is set to red, print something. Else if my shirt is set to green, print something else. Else if it's set to blue, print something else. So if my shirt is set to green, it's going to print that certain command. If it's not set to red and it's set to green or blue, it's going to print the command that comes under those else if statements. And else is basically like a default stuff. If like my if statement wasn't true, my else if statement wasn't true, then it's going to print my else. It sounds a little complicated, like, well, always only I make things sound too complicated, but let's take a few examples on if, and else statements. Alright, so let's see what is an if statement. So an if statement checks a condition, and if it's true, if the condition is true, the code inside it runs. So whatever my if statement's condition is set to, if it's true, a certain code will run. Like for example, let's say that my age is set to 18. Okay, so my age is set to the integer 18. Recall, integers are whole numbers. Okay, if it's set to 18, let me type something. If, so you start with if my age is equal to 18, and why is it not 1 equal to? Why is it 2 equal to? Because basically if it was 1 equal to, it's going to be like I'm setting my if age to the number and a colon 18. That doesn't make any sense. So 2 equal to is because my age is equal to 18. Okay, so if my age is equal to 18, print you are an adult. Okay, so now my age is set to 18. It's going to print you are an adult. Let me change to something like 17. Oh shoot, that's 117. Oh shoot, that just fell. Okay, it's not gonna print anything because I just said if my age is equal to 18. And last class we even learned about user input, and I even said we're gonna go more over f strings. So let's go over some f strings to this video. But first, let's set my age to the input. Let's see. Enter a age. Okay, so my age is set to an input, enter a age. Although, if you remember again, this might work because, like recall, anything that goes inside our input is a string, because basically this is inside double quotes. So whatever we type in here is going to be a string. So we learned about typecasting also last video. So like, I will typecast this to an integer. Why not a float or a boolean or a string? Firstly, not a float because my age won't be 5.5, 17.8 or something like that. And why not a boolean? Because my age is not going to be equal to true or false. Recalling a boolean value is a true or false value. And then it's like, why not a string? Because it's already a string. Okay, so now my age equals to input, enter a age. Enter age. Let me enter something like 18. You are an adult. If I enter something like 17, it's not going to print anything. What if I go something like 19? It's not going to print anything. So to avoid that, let's add something else. So else if, let me add an else if, else if my age is less than 18, print you are an adult. No, you are a minor. You are a minor. Okay, so right now if I go something like 16, you are a minor. And if I were to go 18, you are an adult. Okay, what if I want to do something like 18 or above? Because I could add another one and like another else if and say else if my age is more than 18, print you are an adult. Adult. And if I would run the command, I'll write something like 20. You are an adult. Although this might be a big of a chore. Like, why do you want to write two codes if like you could just cancel this and write if my age is equal to or like greater than or equal to 18, print you are an adult. Else print you are a minor. This works the same. So if I go and write 20, there you go. It doesn't seem that complicated, right now. Well, I understand. I struggled a lot learning this. But well, we're here. Okay, so now let's go through the else statement. So what is an else again? Else runs if none of the if or else if conditions were true. It's like the default option. And I forgot to read the else if. Let me read that real quick. Else if, short for else if, checks another condition. If the first if was false, you can have many else ifs. So I could go here, write else if, blah 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 blah. So it's that all. And like I can't literally think of anything right now that could go with an else. So for just writing an else, you just write else and put a colon. A colon is really important. A colon stands like a period or a full stop for them. So yeah. So like else, I don't even think that there's anything else that I could. Or let me actually, just for the video, let me remove this and put equal to that, and print else, print you are old. Okay, I mean adult and old, it's the same thing. So like if I would write something like 19 right now, it's gonna print you are old because it's not equal to my, it's not equal to 18 or it's not less than 18. So this condition is not met, that condition is not met, so this one is a default one. It's gotta be met. Okay, so basically that's basically it for if, else if and else statements. And well, I will be posting, like I made a new playlist. That playlist is like Python program from beginner to advanced. That's gonna go with me. So right now, to like practice these things, I'm going to make some practice programs. I'm going to post that video right after this video, like a day after this or something, when I'm done editing that. So be sure to check it out. That video is going to be how to make a basic calculator, how to make a weight conversion program, and how to make a temperature conversion program. It's going to be for absolute beginners, and I'm going to be explaining that in detail. Like I'm going to go through everything in detail. So like, yeah, be sure to check that out if you want to like get used to these. I don't know why I started, but like, okay, yeah. So that's basically it for if, else, if, and else. I was gonna teach you guys about f strings, but I don't think I'll teach in this place. I'll teach it in my that basic calculator video, because I'll actually have a place to use the else if there. There's no place that I could use the else if here. Alright, so that's basically it for this video actually, because I highly doubt I can teach you guys anything else. Like I can learn anything else in the time that I've left. I just have like 3 days left, and there wouldn't be a weekly progress because like this is my entire week progress. Yeah, it's getting harder, okay? Alright, so that's basically it. So this is week 2, and I'll see you guys on